You are almost there. Don't worry, certain strategies may be employed to prevent your arrival. Thinking you only think that that's what you want is for starters. Here, how about instead, turn left. Draw a circle on the ground, in chalk, or in spray paint if you're so sure. Write island in the center. Step into specific concrete. Become invisible from the outside. Try walking in one direction with your neck craned around in another until you accidentally run into someone, on purpose. Try thinking of the color blue. Make it a heathered gray blue or the deep aqua of the sea in the pink before twilight. Think of blue moving slowly away from you. Make it everything you've ever known. Think instead of the wide round globe, of it rising up to meet you like a proverb. Think of it made of paper, strung up in a tree, spinning faster. Think of its longitude strands let loose across lengthwise, tying up neatly at each end, bringing you home. Do the opposite of what you were just thinking. The opposite is just as obvious, of course, on the same worn course, but moving backward. Make sure it's not because you're bored, or because wandering is more familiar than any one familiar place. Then rest, then becoming someone to count on. Make sure it isn't your inertia, just another way to punctuate your sentences. Drive far enough away that you begin to see people who look like other people. Their long parade through your private moments won't stop, even if you do. Change your plans to accommodate a conversation. Choose your direction with a spin. Roulette blooms broader than a compass rose. Games forget their importance. Pack a deck of cards. Pack light. Forget the ground beneath you and look up. Don't look up anything about where you'll go before you go. Look everything up and then go somewhere else. Do not leave a forwarding address, but let your mother know where you're headed. Still, she will worry. There's no helping that. Someone should be worrying about you back home. Find someplace familiar. Now move through it as someone else. Get stuck at an airport for hours. Before you've even left, you're already gone. Forget the order of things. First, come home. Kiss them with the mouth you only use when leaving. Pull the lines you long to say from the curved capitals of maps. Reassemble Pangea into a love letter to your future states. Know there is an aggregate magic in postage stamps, in address lines obscured by the stains of in-between, gone undelivered. Leave before your lover fully wakes. Leave in the half-sleep cooing warmth of morning, when the sun and language are still slow, while the road to the highway is still empty like a promise. Leave who you are with her, with him, with her, with him. Another you is still asleep, does not need the road to shake its bones alive, does not need alone to feel holy. Another you finishes another life another way. Another you goes back to bed and curls into something warm, restarts today an hour later with a conversation while coffee drips and wafts. Somewhere, instead, one of you is out there, your own lost soul finding the edges of its orbit, searching for the trajectory that pulls you home. Read the books you'd otherwise never let yourself read at home, where you're expected to be more serious, where you're expected by yourself to be yourself. Make someone promise you what you already know is impossible. Pack before that promise is broken. Find disappointment by your own charts if no one else will help. All your cards stacked tower high in order to catch the breeze. Except for one thing, little tomato. You need your stake to grow. Structure sustains you. How else do you account for how your skeleton lets you move? Go first. Let your speed increase up hills. Leave what is behind. Lean into the wind. Lean with the wind, and let the leaning do the work. Listen to the trains running on time, closer in the quiet night. Know you could be on any one of them. Know you are here instead. Here is another form of wandering, staying. Make sure you've got a home to return to, or else that you've left nothing at all behind. Did you turn off the toaster oven? Did you check between the cushions? Leave the mess. Your own wrecking crew will demolish whatever's almost built behind you. Pack light. Remember these guidelines. Tuck them into your pocket. Make sure to wear a dress with pockets. Follow no lines, least of all guidelines. You are already lost if you are looking for the referent to the reference. The map does not match the story. Reverse. Get lost. The reason you can get lost is that you know where you are not. Each time, close the gap halfway. The point is you won't get there. Think all of this. Now go.